And now I will come to the last share from Mr. Sencer Yazıcı with the topic Your Motivation and Passion when Working in the Field of Underwater Vehicles.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, and you can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, great. Well, so everyone's presentations has been wonderful and pretty. They had pretty good titles. Mine is a bit short, and it's like my journey, and that's it. And I will try to share what challenges we have faced and how we overcome those and how we started, how we ended up. Let's get started. So who am I? I'm Sencer. I graduated from Istanbul Technical University with a major in controls and automation engineering. I basically discovered my passion for robotics and joined the IT Robotics Club. And in there, a friend suggested me that we should be founding an ROV team. So this led to co-founding the IT ROV team, which is a remotely operated vehicle team, mainly preparing for a competition called Made ROV. And we founded this in 2017, and then I later founded the IT AUV team, which is, you can think of it like the autonomous version of that. So autonomous underwater vehicle team and in 2019. Both with the assistance and invaluable guidance of Associate Professor Birgit Stuck. And now both teams consisting of 25 members, up to 25 members, has been successful in developing underwater robots, which was a field that I was initially unfamiliar with. So my journey in robotics has been filled with mostly on software development and motion control for diverse vehicles, like including underwater vehicles, surface vessels, also ground and aerial types as well. I participated in various student projects, competitions, and community events, often spending countless nights troubleshooting what is wrong with our robot. As I mentioned to those teams, my experience has grown, especially in working with control systems and embracing the unique challenges of underwater and open sea conditions. So let me share a bit about our teams. So as you can see, this is a pretty old photo, and you can see me pretty young over here. So this was in 2017 when we had our first prize in IT ROV team, getting the first prize at Made ROV Turkey Regional. So we started off with only 3 persons and our mentor as well, and ended up in 15 of us getting our first prize at the first year. So we were pretty excited. We didn't know anything. Literally, we didn't have any know-how, and we were basically lacking the knowledge, like how do we seal our robot and make sure it doesn't get any water in it, how not to fry our electronics. We didn't know anything, but we all had the same passion. We wanted to be successful in this project, and this is what drive us to the end, which resulted in having the first place. And I mean, working in the IT ROV team for about 2 years, we then founded the IT AV team, which again founded as a couple of individuals, but at the end of the year, we were about 30 to 35 people working on autonomous underwater vehicles. Well, that year, we basically spent our year trying to learn about autonomous systems, trying to improve our software skills, and of course get the money in order to travel to United States, because the competition was in the United States, so we didn't have enough money and resources to fund our technical development. And the very next year, we have finished the development of our vehicle. I can maybe share this video if you can see it. This was for Singapore AUV Challenge submission video. So here you can see the full environment. Our vehicle is being tested for the first time, and it looks like autonomous, but I can assure you it's not autonomous. It's trying to accomplish a couple of tasks, and this is the first time like we were testing this robot, and we were very concerned that we will have a water breach, and which will result in a very bad way. But luckily we didn't have any problems, and yeah, this is the first time our thrusters was turning, and yeah, this was exciting. The very next year, yeah, oops. Yeah, the very next year the COVID happened, as you know it. But that didn't stop us. Well, it stopped us for momentarily, because the government in Turkey was restricting us from going outside, and this was a shocking news for every one of us. And at that time we had online meetings. We continued to learn, but we weren't able to perform tests, get it together, and work on the robot, unfortunately. But after some time, when the restriction has been lifted, the very next day we were at the pole and testing our robot. And this is a picture of that. Moving on forward. And so 2021, we participated in RoboSAP, and at that year we were preparing for RoboSAP and also the Singapore AUV Challenge. But due to the COVID, RoboSAP has been transitioned into an online competition for that specific year, and sadly, Singapore AUV Challenge has been canceled. So we only participated in RoboSAP online. We became the finalist, and out of all 49 teams, we placed 15, as I remember. And this is we're at the parking lot of the Faculty of Naval Engineering and Architecture, and we were using the projectors to join the Zoom call. And here you can see another image. At that year, we also were flying a drone on our leg in ITU and main campus, and unfortunately that drone just fell to the water, and we started with a rescue mission. We used the AUV and the catamaran you see over here to search and rescue that drone and grab the footage inside of it. But unlucky for us, we weren't able to find it, and because the search area was too diverse. So yeah, unfortunately, we have to let go of that drone. The very next year, we placed first in the Singapore AUV Challenge 2022, and this was ITU AV team's first international attending on site prize. And here you can see the robot after like countless nights. Now the debt is paid off, and we were quite happy with the result. Moving on forward, the very next year I started mentoring ITU Autobi team for developing unmanned surface vehicles. Here you can see on the left, we have our vessel, and on the right, this is the competition vessel called Otter. We were in Norway, and we again placed first in the New York Autonomy Challenge 2023, and we were quite happy as well with how this came out. So in short, who am I? I'm a robotics enthusiast, and then this has been this has been my passion and my story on these student teams. And my message to the community is to dive into the future. This was the headline that we had when we founded the I2AUV team. With this headline, we were reminding ourselves that by building the technology over here, we must be adding some value to the community. We must be bringing some value to the community, and this technology must be used in order to help build a better future for our planet Earth and our oceans. So if you want to check out what the teams are doing right now, here are the links. Feel free to contact them. They'll be happy to share their experience with you. And so, yeah, I think that has been it. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mr. Yazıcı, for your share with a passionate journey and you and your team's great contribution.